What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm continuing to show you how to make Garten of BanBan 0 in Minecraft. This is part 7, and this one we're going to be pretty much finishing off this entire side. The only thing is we don't finish the big door room. We get like the door and everything in and the layout done, but we just don't get the actual little stuff, details in there done, like the ceiling and stuff, or the ceiling lights and stuff. But yeah, pretty much there, at least on this side. So yeah, with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, so to start off this particular area, we're gonna do this kind of, or these rooms here first, and then we'll end with that one, or I don't know if we'll end with it necessarily, but we'll do that one after, and then probably do ceiling, you know, as the last thing. But we can actually finish that room without the ceiling, you'll see why. Anyway, you want to start by getting out pale oak fences, nether brick fence, polished deep slate walls, dark oak fence gates, polished basalt, blue wool, light gray wool, polished deep slate slabs, and I guess dark prismarine slabs. We're kind of in a weird spot. We're gonna use these final two slabs for block versions as well, by the way. Yeah, that's fine, whatever. So we're gonna start in the hallway, and we're gonna just like work almost backwards. So if you head to this room right here, the one that we did last part, you want to just kind of leave, and on the right side, you're gonna take in total, the 6th white concrete. So this will be the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Yeah, and you'll place a pale oak fence on the floor with one on top. You're gonna just kind of keep heading into this hallway and just head to this top left-hand corner here on this white concrete. And going towards the front of the room, you're gonna do the following pattern. You will place 6 polished deep slate walls. Then, oh my, I'm stuck on everything. 6 polished basalt. Then 3 polished deep slate walls, and then what should be 6 polished basalt again. And it'll connect to the corner. Extend either polished basalt row down a row. I'm just going to do this and then break the extras. On the wall opposite of it, this is kind of weird because there's no good starting point. But we're, I guess, going to start in the... essentially, pretend like the wall with the window here is the front of the room. So you're going to head to the back left, which is between the white and dire right here. And you're going to place 2 nether brick fences going right. Go down 1, right 3... down 1, right 4, up 1, right 2, up 1, right 3. Then you're going to go back 2, down 1, back 4, up 1, and then you'll just connect back there to the whatever white concrete you'll end up hitting, like so. Nice. In this front room, there's a couple things we can do. You'll come to the doorway, and if you're on the chisel tough brick underneath this granite wall here, you're going to count back by 5. And going back from this block and including it, you'll place 3 blue wool. Extend each blue wool left a row. On the back wall of white concrete, you'll leave the leftmost 2 rows open and place 3 light gray wool moving left of that. Extend it forward a wool, and then each light gray wool can be brought up by 1 as well. We do need carpets for these later, but we're not concerned about that yet. You'll count left of this by 2 and place a dark prismarine block here. Go forward diagonally left with another dark prismarine block, and then back diagonally left with 1. Place a slab on each. From the furthest left one, you'll count forward diagonally left, break this chiseled tough brick, and replace it with a polished deep slate block. Connect this block left to the wall, which should be left with 3, and take this furthest right polished deep slate and extend it up with 3 walls. Place a slab on top of that and extend it left by 3. It's a portal. Not really. I mean, it might be a portal. Technically, that's not technically... It's not off the list of possibilities. In this, or heading to this hallway going left, you'll take the back wall of diorite and leaving 1 row off the left and right, you're just going to go every other row and place rows of polished deep slate walls. And yeah, you should again end with 1 off either side, and you should have, what, 5 rows of walls? Yeah. Connect the top walls together with more walls, and then fill in the gaps between them with dark oak fence gates from this point. You might want to be a little bit slower with placing these, just because, especially if you're in Bedrock, they really, if you're trying to place them off each other, they really have problems when the, like, block is moving like that. I have it happen with walls all the time, and because the fence gates move, I'm assuming you would have the same problem. I don't know. Can I recreate it real quick? Not really. I guess it doesn't matter that much. Whatever. That should be everything I think we can do with this material set, according to my calculations. Yeah, so clear your inventory and get out the following. Dark oak door. Dark oak trapdoor, I think. Yeah. Dark oak sign. Spruce button. Okay, I hate when I do that and I drag it across on accident. Light gray carpet. Blue carpet. One singular heavy core. Stone. And stone stair. So, this little 1x2 doorway, you're just going to place a dark oak door in it. I don't particularly care about the handle direction, but I have it facing, like, kind of forward. You'll count up by 2 from the door and place a spruce button here with a dark oak sign above it. Head back to the main room where you have the funny thing that I called a portal, and it's about as much information as I have. Between the 3 little barrels here, which are these dark prismarine things, you're going to count up until you hit or until you're just below the nether brick fence, and you'll place a dark oak sign here. Count right by 2 and place a dark oak trapdoor open up against that. Just to the right of this back light gray wool, you're placing a heavy core. Why does it look so big in my hand? It's not that big. This light gray wool thing here, you're going to place carpet off of the bottom row to the left of and in front of it. With the blue wool, you'll place carpet to the left of it along with on top of it. On top doesn't really matter that much. It literally adds 1 pixel of height, so, you know, I guess I wouldn't waste your energy on that one. Heading back on this wall, you can't see anything in, like, this portion. I just kind of made... with what I thought was here. You'll take this like back right-hand chiseled tough brick though, and from it you'll count forward by 6 and place a stone here with a stone stair on top, facing left. Clear your inventory and just get out item frames and gas tiers again. And on the front of each of the dark prismarine barrels you'll place item frames with gas tiers in them. That is this room done. Nice. Now we can do the funny gas room or the bitter giggle room, if that's even his name. I'm still really not sure. You wanna, anyway, head to this room, and you can start by getting out the following. You want the spruce button and dark oak sign again. Dark oak stairs. Dark oak trapdoors. Dark oak fence gates. I don't really think it matters, but I went with pearlescent froglet. No, I guess it does matter. Yeah, get out pearlescent froglet. Does it though? You know what? I'm gonna test that theory. I'm gonna get out verdant and see if it does make a difference. Or I guess ochre would probably be the one that'd be more drastic. Anyway, you want mangrove trapdoor, polished blackstone stairs, and we might just end with that. I don't really... Gray banner. We can get out gray banner. So, from the doorway here, you want to... Essentially on the top and... Or off the top and bottom sandstone walls, you'll place dark oak stairs on both sides. At the bottom, they'll be right side up. On the top, they'll be upside down. And it'll kind of give you the circular shape that we've made a couple times before. Or at least the start of it. Between the dark oak stairs on the left and right, you'll place dark oak trapdoors opened up kind of against them like so, and then at the top and bottom you'll just place dark oak trapdoors off like that. Kind of hard to explain, but it's just a circle. I've made it a few times. You'll see it more, I'm sure, because I feel like it isn't. Is it in Neighbor Case? I think it is. There's something like it at least. Left and right of this, you're going to place 4 dark oak trapdoors opened up against like the kind of inside, just going up on either side like so. Between these top ones, you'll place dark oak fence gates, and then on top of the fence gates, you'll place more dark oak trapdoors. To the left of the bottom here, you'll place a gray banner, which is the first block you can place it off of. And to the right on the first you'll place a spruce button at eye level with a dark oak sign above. Not with anything on it, though. You do not want to type a 1 like I just did. In the little funny, almost like the closet in the corner here, that's what I'm going to consider it as. You're going to be at eye level on the middle on the 3-block wall and place a spruce button. Above it, dark oak sign. Above that, you want your frog lead in the wall with a trapdoor open up against it. So yeah, okay, it does matter a little bit. If you have the, like, essentially, I guess if you did this instead, if you closed the trapdoor and came to the outside and crouch placed it off, I think it would be the same. And there's like a tinge of a color difference. So it is a little bit different. So yeah, I do get out pearlescent. Not different enough, but... So, this part is the annoying part. You're gonna hate it, I'm gonna hate it, I hated it originally. It's not hard, it's just annoying. So we're gonna go around the wall, and as we look at each wall, we're gonna, use the left to right thing. So essentially, we're gonna look at the wall with the door first. And again, from this angle, you're gonna count right of the dark oak sign by 2 and place an upside down polished blackstone stair there. You'll count right from this one by 4, and... essentially, from this block, you're going to count up by 1 and place an upside down stair. And also from that block, you'll count down to the floor and place an upside down stair. From that, you'll count right by 4 and then, I guess, up by 2 if you're at the floor and place an upside down stair there. This pattern we're going to do pretty much all the way around. Now, I'm going to give you the, distance each time just to make sure that we're off the wall and everything properly. And that if there is a change, there are a couple changes where it isn't perfect. I know one on this wall. Did I just miss one? No, I definitely did just miss one. If you turn to the other wall and you count out by 4, you'll place an upside down stair at the floor. I feel like there should be one at the top here, but I could be wrong. I don't have it though, so And then again, it's just like out of the middle 2, it'll be the upper one. You'll have 1 there, and then I'll count right by 4 again, and then I'll place the 2 here. Nothing on this little wall. You'll count to the actual back wall, and if you're at the top left diorite, I'll use this, you'll count right by 3, and also down by 3, and place an upside down stair there. And then again, it's just the same pattern. Essentially, this wall is perfect, so it's, that, then that, then that, then that, and then I think that's the last set, yeah. You have some gap between you and the wall at certain points. On the next wall over, you'll be 2 blocks off or on the 3rd block, and again, just at the 3rd up as well, you're going to place a stair there. And then you'll do the same thing, and I think this is the last wall with them on it, because if I remember correctly, the last wall doesn't. And yeah, you'll end with, again, 2, like so. I don't really have a good way to check if that TV is just missing. I feel like it is, though. I don't think it's particularly supposed to be like that. That one there. So... off of each is going to be the annoying part. If you stand on the top of each stair, you'll place a dark oak trapdoor on top of it, open up against the kind of outside, like so. Left and right of both the trapdoor and the stair, you'll place a couple more trapdoors like this. I wouldn't do them all in this particular order. I'll explain the way that I do it in a sec, but you're just going to have to trust the process for a second here. I guess it doesn't matter the direction they face. Off each of the trapdoors along with the upside down stair, you're going to place another set of trapdoors on this outside that are just open up against it. So I would probably start with that one and then do the back half second. This takes a little while, I'm not going to lie. It's not particularly enjoyable either. It's just a lot of trapdoors. But yeah, I'm going to start with all the ones on the floor here and go around and I'm going to try to be a bit quick here with it. But yeah, I won't time-lapse it, because if I have to sit through, you have to sit through it too, I guess. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am, for the most part. I really wouldn't worry about direction of the trapdoors. I mean, it does make a difference, absolutely, but, for these upper ones, I'm not even gonna, stress it, Because who cares? I think I did care originally, but, because this is the tutorial version, again, it's not gonna see the light of day. And, yeah, I'll probably get back in a second as well about whether or not that TV is there. I'll look up a video of the game or something, because I just feel like there's just something about it that, I wouldn't have missed one that obvious, you would think. But also, I definitely would. That's 100% something I'd miss. Yeah, I don't really have anything to talk about here. Recording 2 back-to-back again, so, like, I just don't really have the basis, you know? I don't know what I'm trying to work with here. Oh, good. Now I'm done the front half. Now it's time for the annoying ones. The back ones are 100% more annoying. It's... I don't even think a question. Oh, okay. I'm not... Oh, it's because I was holding down space, I think. Yeah, like, look at this absolute mayhem. There's really no good way to do this. Lord. I don't understand my design choices sometimes. It works. Like, you don't even need the back ones necessarily. I just wanted to make them a little bit thicker because I felt like they were too thin as just one layer of trapdoors. And then, of course, my big brain's like, yeah, no, this will be splendid. And then just make myself do this twice. That is the thing I've mentioned with tutorials before that you don't really think about. Like, I have to make all these maps twice now. Like, I have to make Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 twice. Once was bad enough. Like, throw a segment on there. I'm just like, okay, that's good. That's plenty. That's plenty of Poppy Playtime. But yeah, it is fun at least. The tutorials aren't. I mean, sometimes it's like just put me out of my misery, you know. But for the most part, they are enjoyable. There's, I guess, just a point to where you record the same thing too many times consecutively, and you're like, okay, that's... just stop. Like, with these, I usually would have broken them up based on how I would actually be uploading them, but because I don't care that much anymore about that, I just record them, like, straight. I just record segment at a time, and it gets pretty unfortunate by, like, this point, right? By, like, the 7th or 8th I guess we're on part 7, yeah. It gets to a point to where you're like, okay, yeah, no, stop. You should have this, or something that maybe looks better, because the trapdoor direction does look weird now that I'm seeing it. Clear your inventory and get out the following. Blackstone stairs. Blackstone blocks. Polished blackstone pressure plate. Smooth quartz stairs. Smooth quartz slabs. Polished andesite stairs. Bamboo stairs. Pale oak fences and pale oak trapdoors, I guess? Kind of at a weird point. I don't want to do the ceiling yet, but we need smooth quartz stairs with the ceiling, so it's kind of a lose-lose, I think. Let's start with the track, shall we? So if you head to the front right-hand corner of the room, which would be to the side of the doorway here, this soul, you want to start by counting left by 3 and back by 3, and you'll break this soil and replace it with a blackstone block. Behind that, you're going to break all this into the ground. You're going to place 10 blackstone stairs facing left. Then a blackstone block. Then you'll go left with 12 stairs facing forward. Then a blackstone block. Then forward with 3 stairs facing right, and then a block. Then left with 6 stairs facing forward. Or sorry, 5 stairs facing forward, and then a block. Then forward with 6 stairs facing right for real this time, and then a block. And then you will go right with 14 stairs facing back. And then a block at the end as well, don't forget that. Your track should look like this. On top of each blackstone block, you'll place a polished blackstone pressure plate. These are annoying to walk over, I'm not going to lie, but it just looks a little bit better, I think. You could also make the blackstone blocks polished blackstone. That also technically does the same thing. Just has there's a little bit less depth, I guess. You can get rid of the first 3 materials in your inventory, which are the 3 we just used, and get out dark oak sign, soul soil, And actually, for real this time, ochre frog lights. Where? Okay, here. So, within the track, you're going to take the back right-hand soul soil and count left by 2 and forward by 1 and place 2 pale oak fences moving up. Extend left 2 and then down by 1. In front of this, you're going to place 2 rows of bamboo stairs. Off the bottom, you'll place a row of upside-down bamboo stairs facing into the pale oak fences. And from the top row, you'll place a regular row facing into the fences. Essentially mirror those in front of themselves. So you'll just place the same stair setup but facing forward rather than backward. Off the right side, you'll take the bottom bamboo stairs and place a couple of pale oak trapdoors off of them, opened up against each other, like so. I think it's a pipe, if I remember correctly there. Take the front left-hand bamboo stair and count left by 2, and on this particular soul soil, you'll place an upside-down stair facing back of smooth quartz. In front of it, you'll have an upside-down smooth quartz slab, and then an upside-down stair facing forward again. On top of the back upside-down stair, you'll place a smooth quartz slab with a dark oak sign off the back of it. You can then get rid of the dark oak sign and get out gray carpet and place gray carpet on these front 2 smooth quartz thingies. From this upside-down stair, count left by 2 and place a polished andesite stair facing forward. You can now fill in your ceiling with soul soil. For this particular room only. We will have to do more obviously later, but there's some areas that are chiseled tough bricks, and I don't want to encroach on that just quite yet. But, yeah. And I'm going to slash fill it, actually. Because, again, I got places to be, things to do. Although, not really. Although, I do have to speed up this tutorial. God. Tutorial, yes. Beautiful. Wisest words I've ever said. So, I'll give you a sec, but you should have this. You can get rid of your gray carpet and get out glow item frames. That's the wrong item frame. There we go. And so we're going to start by taking the, bamboo tank here on the right side. It's one of the gas tanks. And you want to stand directly in front of it. And if you were in the center here, you'll trace it up to the ceiling, break this soul soil, replace it with an ochre frog light, and then have a glow item frame off the underside of it. You're going to inline, or just kind of trace this left until you're in line with the, middle of the final TV on the back wall, which is right here. And between the two, you should have, what is that, 8 soul soil? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, 8. Still on the ceiling, you'll take the front right-hand soul soil and count left by 3 and back by 1, and going left, place 2 upside-down stairs facing forward. Behind either one, you'll place upside-down stair facing back. You'll do a similar thing from the back left-hand corner. You're going to be in front of this little room here, though, but you'll be on this soul soil, and you'll count right by 3, forward 1, place 2 upside-down stairs facing back, going right. In front of them, upside-down stairs facing forward. That is this room done. Now, I'll check that TV in a little bit. I won't check it just yet. I'll check it after we fill in the rest of the ceiling and stuff. Clear your inventory and get out the following. Again, soul soil you do need. Chiseled tough bricks. Sea lanterns. Glow item frames. Pale oak hanging signs. Dark oak trapdoors. And white concrete might be useful. It's kind of a maybe thing, but we'll probably end up using it. The last two, we don't actually need anything. So, as for where the soul soil goes, it is pretty much just the same as the floor. Now, there is actually, I believe, one point to where it's different now. Okay, no, it's not. It is literally just where there's soul soil on the floor, there's soul soil on the ceiling. And where there's not soul soil on the floor, and there's chiseled tough bricks on the floor, and where there's chiseled tough bricks on the floor, there's chiseled tough bricks on the ceiling. You're just filling in everything. Now, yeah, we do need the white concrete, actually. Remember last part at the beginning how I mentioned there is an additional row of white concrete? Don't forget that. I'll show that to you once we get over that way. I'll try to make a beeline for it, kind of, but yeah, you just want that row there. And there's also one other spot you want a white concrete row. Essentially, wherever you can't place chisel tough bricks, or wherever you'll keep going into the abyss, just stop at, I guess, the final row. Because I don't want to do it in the middle of this part if you skip ahead, because you don't want to hear me ramble. I do consider those things. But yeah. Have anything fun to say? Not really. Yeah. I don't really know. There's nothing. I guess I'll address this because I'm sure some people will ask, although I'm sure some people will still ask because, you know, again, you might not be watching this segment. BanBan 2 and after, I don't have plans to make right now. I'm not saying they'll never be made, but, you know, I do have to feed the hunger and make Chapter 3 of Poppy Playtime first. Probably that would have been maybe announced by now? I'm not sure at the point that I'm at, you know? Because I'm not even done Playtime Co. still. It's been just a mess. But, yeah. It'll be there eventually, I swear. You'll just have to hopefully be patient for it. Either Chapter 3 or BanBan 2. I'm not sure which one I'm talking about right now, to be honest. I guess both. But, yeah. I don't really know. Hopefully. I really can't say for sure at this point. Either will happen, but, you know, Chapter 3 I am very close to starting at the point of recording this, and by the time this is getting uploaded, you know, if you haven't heard anything, then take that as a ruh-roh, I guess. Especially if you're in the Discord, because I might announce it to Discord first. I usually do. I usually give Discord the first dibs on, like, most announcements at this point. Except for channel members. Channel members get very first, but yeah, that's besides the point. Whee! That's all I have to input right now. It's my only important piece of information. Anyway, we're pretty much done, so yeah, cool. That's nice. Not too particularly difficult or long. Bit of an annoying roof, but ceiling, I guess. Roofs and ceilings are different. I have to keep the differentiation there. It's also, it's still a fun word, differentiation. Anyway, you should have this. Ignore that. This annoys me so much, but I am going to leave it because I can't be bothered. So, from this point, you want to head to the beginning hallway where the red concrete is. And as I mentioned, okay, part 2. Where the white concrete is here, you do want to bring it down a row so it covers this top, so it covers this top row of red concrete from the inside. That's mainly because the chisel tough bricks can't actually remove that one row of white concrete, so we do want to make sure that we have this. As for the light positions, they're all in the center of at least the hallway here. So if you just kind of trace along, the first one will be one block past the warning light on the left here, which is this pale oak hanging sign. You'll place a sea lantern with a glow item prim off the underside of it. Next one will be the first of the 3 blocks in between these 2 black stone rows on either side. You'll just place one there in the center. Next one is, if you just keep going and then take the corner, it'll be 1 row before the, like, first black stone pillars on this side. Right there. And then the final one, that is at least in the hallway, is the center of the last set of lockers here on the left, or whatever these things are. I don't know if they're actually lockers. They look like lockers, but they're like taller lockers. And it should be right there. There are actually a couple more, though. If you head into this room and head to the left, you want to take the 3rd chisel tough brick out of this hallway, and you'll break it, replace it with a sea lantern glow item from underneath. You'll then count over by, or I guess, continue counting over by 11, or back, whatever. And you'll place a sea lantern with glow item from here. That should be, again, the, like, first row with ladders and stuff. And then from there, you'll count over by 9. And this one will also be a sea lantern with a glow item frame. You should have 2 rows of chisel tough bricks on the end. But that is wrong, technically. You should have 2, but it's wrong. So you're going to actually take the white concrete on either side here and just extend it up by 1 for now. And you'll break the chisel tough bricks between them and replace them with white concrete, just to cut that off properly. kind of a useless step for now, but bring that row of white concrete up with 4 rows. It doesn't particularly do anything for us other than just, you know, we don't have to do it later. And we're here, so, you know, that's like the only 2 reasons I need, personally. On this side of these weird things on the left and right, the supposed gates, you'll be on the second white concrete from them, and again, 1 block off the top, you'll place a pale oak hanging sign on either side of the dark oak trapdoor above and below it. You want another set 1 block behind the first sea lantern, which would be towards us right now. So if I take the sea lantern and I look towards the opening, I'll count over 1, and I'll just go down and go warp, warp, and I'll have the trapdoors. Preferably placed right. Maybe next time. Nice. So, there's really not many lights in the next area. If you head into the room with the window, it's this room right here, that's very descriptive, but just head to the granite walls. You'll, on this polished basalt, count to the second last row, and count left by 4. Break this chisel tough brick, replace it with a sea lantern, glow it, and trim off the underside. There is actually one in the next room, though. If you just head down this hallway and left, it's between the last 2 polished blackstone stairs. I think it's a block off, it looks like. Yeah, so if you take the last polished blackstone stairs and count away from the sandstone doors by 1, out of the middle 2 soul soil, take the left one, look up, break it, sea lantern, glow item from underneath. And yeah, that is like most of that done, and that should be everything minus this big room done, which we'll lay out. But first, I do want to confirm and just check if this TV is supposed, this monitor here is supposed to be here, because I don't really know. So yeah, it should be there. I just missed it. I don't even know how I managed that. I do have to fix it on the original now as well. See, the second thing I've noticed, or that has become a thing that I've needed to fix. Crazy. Anyway, get out of here and head over to the other side. And we're just going to kind of get it laid out and probably the walls built up, but that's really all. You want to start with white concrete, chisel tough bricks, black concrete, black banners, and we're going to go gray concrete, block of coal, and stone buttons. Because I don't really think we're going to go much further than that. So from this wall of white concrete, you want to bring it both left and right. And I'm just going to start with the base for now, so it's easier. Left and right with 6 rows. This room is like partially symmetrical, I think. The diagonals are weird. It's not like symmetrical 4 ways. You're then going to go out diagonally towards you with 7, I guess, diagonals. White concrete would be the correct answer to that, but whatever. I'm just so good at the whole thinking thing. Just like so. Extending the white concrete from there, I mean the endmost ones, backwards by 20. Then go, I guess, what I've been saying is backward diagonally inwards with 6 white concrete. As I mentioned, it's not even for some reason. And then from this white concrete, you'll go in with 5 on both sides. If you want to confirm, the gap between them is 15, so you can actually place chisel tough bricks a block down between them and just go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Cool. Each white concrete will be brought up to the height of the white concrete we have over there, which is a good bit high, I'm not gonna lie. And then, yeah, we'll probably end up doing the door. I almost feel like we should finish this room. It's not a big room. I mean, we're 32 minutes in, or no, 35 about. So I mean, we definitely could, but I don't want to commit that hard to it. We'll probably just get the layout of it done, and then it'll be a nice, like, ease into next part rather than hitting you with a million numbers for the ending pathway. Because that's the next thing. That's crazy that we're already at the ending of the game, pretty much. I mean, I guess we have the cave that is before it, but, you know. And then the secret ending. But the secret ending will probably literally not even be a full part. Like, that might end up getting combined with the cave, to be honest. Or probably the ending pathway, actually, because the ending pathway is weird. I hated making that cave, I'm gonna be honest. It sucked. I'll do, like, one part of it, probably block for block, but most of it I won't, as I've mentioned, but I do think I want to do, like, the base platform that you fall onto originally, block for block. And kind of how I went about figuring out the spacing, obviously. Whoa, that is weird looking. The, like, shadow. Because of the night vision, it's not a shadow. It's, like, the opposite. I've noticed that with night vision in Minecraft, it's really weird. It, like, makes things brighter rather than darker. I don't know if that's like a bedrock thing, or if that's, like, an actual night vision thing. It's like, it almost inverts the lighting. It's weird. I mean, it doesn't invert it, because obviously bright is still bright, but it seems like the dark is brighter than the bright now. That is such a sentence. Oh my, that has some out of context questionability. Not in like the what did you just say way, but like what do you even like? This makes me sound like like I'm crazy or something. I don't know. You never will truly know with a sentence like that. Average Minecraft behavior, I guess. Anyway, you should end up with kind of this once I'm actually there. I'm not yet, unfortunately. Cool. Both the ceiling and the floor you can just fill in entirely with chiseled tough bricks. The way I would do this, if you love a good /fill command, is segment off these corners here. Just like, you know, build the corners floor. And it should be a block above and a block, or a block under and a block above the white concrete, by the way. And so, because they're different, it's weird. Like, it might even be more logical to just take this across, you know, and just, like, fill in the diagonal sides and then just /fill the middle. That might be the best way to do it. You could do multiple commands and do, like, a plus shape, but that does get kind of strange. So I do feel like just segmenting off everything and just creating a giant rectangle is the rectangle or square. I'm not sure which one it would be. Probably rectangle. Would be the most sense though, yes. Brilliant. And then yeah, we will go a little bit over. We're just gonna do this and then we'll do the door and then we'll leave like the buttons and stuff for next part. Which is part 8? I think it's 8. I don't really know. I just live here. Except I don't. That's the thing. I don't live here. Alright, can I do the unthinkable here? Can I do both the ceiling and the floor the same with one command? I should be able to, in theory. Although, watch this goes horribly wrong. So, what is this y coordinate? 62. Okay, and then I'm just going to change the 50 to 62. And boom. Nice. 800 again. Epic. And then I'll manually fill the rest. How's everybody feeling at this point in the tutorial? I guess that's my question, if anybody feels like answering. This isn't particularly the most difficult map, so it shouldn't be too bad, ideally. But you do never know. Still, it is a lot of weirdly shaped and sized rooms and designs, so wouldn't say it's as much as chapter 2 on really all assets of that, but you know, it's still not particularly easy. So yeah, you should have this. We're gonna make the thingy on the wall, if that gives you enough descriptors to understand what I'm talking about. Left wall, you want to find the middle white concrete at eye level and break it. I'm just gonna break one and see 7, 8, 9. I think that's wrong. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it was a block off. Just like so. You'll break one left and right of it and just fill that row at 3 with black concrete. From either side, you'll go up diagonally out, then up 2, up diagonally in, connect together. Take the top center white concrete and place a black banner off it, and from this black banner you'll go both down diagonally left and down diagonally right with more black banners. And it kind of looks like the SCP logo, but it's basically the sign saying, oh, you need 5 people to push this button, or whatever it says. On the back wall, the giant opening, we should probably do something about that. From the white concrete on the left and right, you'll go back diagonally in with a row of gray concrete that is the same height. Going basically from floor to ceiling. Extend the top gray concrete each in by 6. And then connect them back down to where the ground would be. It'll give you these giant ends. Like so. Fill in the middle of them with block of coal, but do leave that 1 block gap between them, because I do have the door slightly open. Because it is a 1 block center, I ended up doing that. If it had a 2 block center, I probably would have had them closed, but I didn't want to have the... I wanted the gray border, essentially, but I didn't want to only have it as 1 block in the center, as then they could be quite as I wanted. There's really no winning, though, because 2 blocks would also look weird. The very bottom gray concretes will each have a stone button on them, and from each of those stone buttons, you will count up by 3, and each time place a stone button on the 3rd block. And you should end 1 short of the top, basically the final gray concrete before the strip of gray concrete that goes across. And you should have 4 buttons per line, which gives you 16 in total, 8 per, I guess, door. I would bring the chisel tough brick at the very center here, at the top and bottom back by 1. And then a block behind the door, fill this in with a strip of black concrete. And, yeah, once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is Garten of BanBan 0 Part 7 complete. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, hopefully next part we'll finish this room and then get, like, the next part started. And, yeah, that being said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.